Welcome back to Cheesepedia. We're back on Europe, on the Cheese Fest. And today we're going to do a ZVT. And this is my favorite cheese to do against Terran. A 12 pool, or 12 gas, 11 pool. It is the greediest of greedy. It is the most all-in-ish build possible. This is the Ravager all-in. So you just make ravagers. Now, this is a really interesting, kind of a technical build that you have here. So, basically, your very first thing, before you even make your first worker, you make a gas on 12. Then as soon as the gas is about finished, you're going to have 200 minerals. Just drop your spawning pool. You don't make a worker until after your spawning pool is down. As soon as your spawning pool is down and your gas opens, you put 2 into gas. Just 2. And now we're going to drone up to 14. Again, so 14 is like the magic number for droning for cheeses. Now I'll show you why this is so brutal. At 14, right now you're going to hold on your workers. You're going to make 1 Overlord here, so you have the supply later. But as soon as this pool is finished, you're going to drop your Roach Warden as soon as you possibly can. So this is why you only keep 2 on gas. 2 on gas right now. If you have 3, it takes you much longer to start this Roach Warden. And then Roach Warden, immediately second gas. Immediately these two go together. Then you're going to drone back up to 14. Back up to 14. Drone back up to 14. And then we wait. Now, as soon as this gas finishes, you're going to totally saturate both of your gases with 3 workers. So this one's going to get 3. This one's also going to turn to 3. I misclick 1. I get an extra worker on there on accident. So I'm just being a doofus. And now we're going to wait here at 14. Now, this is a really fun part of the build here. So as soon as that's done, you're making 3 roaches. And now we wait. This is the little trick here to get 3 ravagers across the map as soon as possible. Right at 20 supply, right before these ravagers pop, you're going to make a spore crawler. I'll show you. So you make a spore crawler, which opens your supply to 19. Then you're going to make 3 ravagers immediately and cancel that spore. And now you've overmade your workers, but if you don't make that spore, you get supply blocked, and you can't make 3 ravagers at a time. Right here, 220, if I played it perfectly, I could have 3 ravagers walking across the map right now. You make your Overlord now. As soon as you get that supply block, as soon as you cancel that spine, you make your Overlord. And now, the basic idea here is you want to be as aggressive and all-in-y as possible. So basically what you do is you drone up, you make roaches up until you're supply blocked, then you make an Overlord, and then as soon as the Overlord pops, you usually have your roaches finishing close to across the map, and you morph them into ravagers. This is very important. You don't lose your first ravagers. All you want to make sure that they can't do is attack you and get damage out. So as soon as I walk up here, first thing I'm doing, dropping biles between whatever building is here and their supply depot. Now we're in. So he's going for a really greedy command center on this build, which is awesome for me. He can't make double Hellions anymore, and he's trying to get reactors out. I'm just making sure he can only make 1 unit at a time. And on the minimap, I have more Ravagers trickling across, and you'll see I'm just making Ravagers and Roaches until I'm supply blocked. Basically, you don't want to be using Roaches. You want to just be using Ravagers only. So there it is. Now, you get the Overlord up here for high ground vision. So if he is trying to stay on if you are blocked out of the low ground, you can keep attacking. You don't want to lose your Ravagers, so you want to kind of bunker yourself into a corner, and then I get some sweet biles on his workers here. Now I do see that there's a starport up in the corner, and immediately I'm like, okay, as soon as I'm going to kill these workers, because I'm on a great, I'm really good right now. I lose 1 Ravager, which is bad. As soon as I lose that, I'm like, okay, we need to get the starport because he could make some sort of a liberator or something like that, and then it gets kind of funky if they get that liberator out. But I've stopped any tanks. He can't make any tanks right now. He can't make. He can make Hellions and Marines at the moment. GG. And there it is. So one more time, just from the beginning really quick. The very first thing you do, drone to gas. And then you're going to make a pool as soon as you can. So you just can't make the pool. 2 into gas. Drawn up to 14. Make an Overlord at 14. Dun, dun, dun. As soon as the pool's done, get your Roach Warden. Immediately get your second gas. As soon as this gas is done, you completely saturate both of your gases. As soon as the Roach Warden's done, 3 Roaches right away. Right before those finish, Spore Crawler. 3 Ravagers immediately cancel that Overlord. And now you are ready to just make Roaches and make Ravagers and push across the map and kill things. This is my absolute favorite. If you're playing against Protoss, you can just bomb their pylon down. If you're playing against Terran like this, as long as if they make a bunker, it gets a little bit funky. But a lot of people just don't know how to react to this in kind of mid-low diamond-ish. It doesn't happen a lot. I love this cheese. This is my favorite cheese there is. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe on the ladder, if I'm getting smurfed or something like that, if I see a gold player, then I'll do this build and try to make the game interesting. But yep, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something, and I will see you in the next one.